So how do you compete with free?
So we are also free. In fact, we can be more free than other cloud database vendors. In particular, like the Fauna architecture, it's a true API. It's multi-tenant. The isolation is internal to the database kernel, so you're never paying for idle capacity. So like most cloud databases, you sign up, you get like a 30-day trial because they deployed some container or VM and it's costing them $100 a month. That means like, some salesperson looked at your email, decided you were worth spending $300 on a database date, and you get your 90 days. And then after that, they call you and they're like, do you want to pay or do you want to go away? Fauna, we have no fixed costs for a new user. We only have to pay for resources actually consumed. So anyone can sign up for Fauna for a free forever database. You don't need a credit card or anything. And then if you start to scale, then you can start to pay for it by the resources consumed. So the actual economics of it are much better, both for us as the vendor and for the customer, than your typical managed or containerized deployment of any kind. I think some people do care about open source. Fauna is not open source. It's only cloud. It's only proprietary. But the majority of the market, in our experience, cares about the interface more than they care about the code base. Like the number of people who are going to crack open their database and make some fix is very, very small. Most people treat databases as some kind of artifact that's handed down from the gods. Like opening it up and changing the implementation is the last thing you would ever try to do. You'll exhaust every other opportunity to fix your problem before you would take that risk.
Did you all patch MySQL at Twitter?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. So at a certain scale, like those people do exist, but I agree they're on the margins. But they're also big customers, right? I mean, Twitter would be a huge customer for Fauna.
Twitter would be a great customer, but in reality, that class of company is nobody's customer. Google, Twitter, Facebook, Salesforce, LinkedIn, whatever. They all have the capacity to build completely custom databases in-house if need be. So that you don't get the kind of vendor-customer relationship you do with someone who really needs you, which is the vast majority of the market. And I don't mean that in like a leverage, not like an Oracle way, like, oh, you're stuck with us now, so now you have to buy us a yacht. Just like a collaborative way where you're working together to solve the problem in the platform together. And I think a lot of people aspire. They want their companies to grow and be a Twitter. But if you get to that point, you're going to be building custom stuff most of the time anyway.